Hey, what's up guys, it's Fish here and welcome back to the Lost City of Kalanzandar. This is a 4v4 custom map scenario battle taken from my Discord and sent in to me to go ahead and cast. If you guys want to be a part of these battles in the future or just want to find more people to play these custom maps battles with, then make sure to go join my Discord. I'll leave an invitation link in the description down below and you guys can be a part of these battles, or if you're just looking for more people to play these custom maps with on Total War Warhammer, then do make sure to join the Discord. So yeah, as I mentioned, this is a 4v4 siege custom map battle with a little scenario behind it. The Dwarfs have finally gone ahead and mustered a mighty throng of 6,000 Dwarfs to actually reclaim this lost city currently held by the Chaos Dwarfs. However, this massive Dwarven mustering has not gone unnoticed, and the Warriors of Khorne and the Demons of Chaos have mustered up two forces to go ahead and aid the Chaos Dwarfs as they try their best to defend the city. So the scenario behind it is that the Dwarfs have to go and reclaim the city of everything they have. They're going to be pushing forward their huge numbers across these bridges and into the city, and their objective for this battle is to hold the city centre for 5 minutes. If they do that, if they make their way through all of this, through all the Chaos Dwarfs and get up to the city centre and kind of push the enemy out of it, if they do that and hold this for 5 minutes, they win. However, if they obviously fail to do this or get destroyed or routed beforehand, then the battle is over and obviously they lose. Now, the balance of power is very much in the Chaos favour. However, this was to kind of illustrate the fact that the Dwarfs are almost racing against time and they're not really going to be able to rout the enemy. Their only way of winning is to take this city centre. So it makes it for a bit more of an interesting objective for them rather than just a normal, like, original clash. As well as that, we have a Demon of Chaos army out here, which looks extremely scary. Holy crap. And these guys are not allowed to move until 20 minutes of the battle has gone past. So that is also to try and give the Dwarfs a bit more time until they get completely overwhelmed. But I imagine once this army does turn up, they are just going to annihilate the enemy forces, the Dwarven forces. And I should mention as well, I have not seen this battle yet, so I don't know how this is going to go down. I was just told that this was a really, really intense battle. So I'm super excited to kind of share this journey with you guys as the Dowie try and take back the enemy forces. So the mods we're using this custom map mod, which I'll leave in the description, along with all the other ones. We're also using the Glory Dwarf mod, which adds in some pretty interesting Dwarven units and really just helps to bulk out their roster, which is cool. We'll see a lot more of their units. This is one right here, the Slayer Pirate units, which are very, very cool. Good old Long Dong and his pirate units. If you guys remember my Medieval 2 Call of Warhammer Let's Play, you'll remember that little gem right there. And then just adds in, loads of more other interesting units. We've got some Iron Drakes with halberds and stuff like that. So we'll run through all of that in the battle. I'm sure we'll see plenty of custom units. And we're also using, obviously, the Chaos Dwarf mod to go ahead and add in all the Chaos Dwarfs. And we're also using Chaos Divided, which splits up all the Chaos factions into their own respected groups. So yeah, let's run through the army comps really quickly and then we'll get started in this battle. So I'll put up all the pictures of the units on your screen right now. And the Dwarfs have around about 3,500 men, so they don't have a ton of soldiers. Oh no, they have 5,500 men, sorry, because the allied troops are Chaos. Yeah, so the Dwarfs have 5,500 Dwarfs ready to push forward. I believe each player spent roughly around about 25,000, whereas the Demon army was allowed to spend 40k. So a lot of the Chaos strength is in that Demon army, which isn't allowed to move until the 20 minutes are up. So it's going to be very interesting to see them come in and just wreck everything, because so much money was spent on that army. But these Dwarven armies have a whole ton of interesting and unique units coming through, and especially some with the Glory mod as well. Definitely adds in a few interesting units, again, like these Elder Warriors right here. They're basically just an entire army of Ungrims right there. That's scary as hell. I would not like to come up against that. So then if we look at the Chaos Dwarf army, we can see that again they are just spreading out along the main fort line, holding back this initial ridge. I really like some of the interesting artillery pieces for the Chaos Dwarfs as they fuse Demon and Machine together. And obviously you got to love these destroyers and the bull centaurs as well. Just they're huge creatures. There was also a unit I found not so long ago, which was a really interesting unit, which we'll see going forward. But again, just a whole ton of infantry units. We've got the Knights of Khorne from the other Chaos army as well. These guys look awesome with all their flaming weapons. And we also have some of the warriors down here as well, which I think look really nice. The artwork kind of just to make them look more like this instead of just the generic Chaos unit looks awesome. As you can see, these guys are holding that right flank, which is going to be great to see. And obviously, finally, we have the back line right here of the Chaos armies. Just some more of these Skull Hunters. God, that's awesome. Look at these guys. They are fierce as hell. And then finally, we have the Chaos Demon army back here with just this assortment of just different beasts ready to go. And holy crap, look at these gore beasts. There's an entire unit of them. That is scary as hell. There's so many of them. They're just going to rip apart the forces when their timer is up and these guys can come in to reinforce. I mean, look at these, the bloodletters. That's really nice using the Beastman model and kind of creating these guys with the Chaos Chosen weapons. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. So we're going to be seeing them charge into the battlefield. That'll be you, army comps. Let me know how you guys enjoy these army comps. If you want me to do them like I just did, kind of just showing you guys pictures and roughly looking at the units, or if you want to do me to do them in more detail, then just let me know. And yeah, let's go ahead and get this battle started. So by the looks of it, the first initial forces being moved up are going to maybe slay a pirate rifleman. I think they're going to be trying to push up and hit the enemy ranks as soon as possible, as a lot of the artillery is going out overhead. Obviously, we have the Goblobber right now hitting the enemy artillery and their ranks. And this is a smart move, trying to take out like these this Earthquaker catapult right here, or the Deathquake, mortar. Is really important, because this thing does so much damage. You can just see it rip through the Dowie lines if it gets a direct hit. It will send so many units flying. We can actually see the devastation it has caused. Unfortunately, we missed the actual impact hits, but look at the damage already. There's so many wounded units as it just rips apart these lines. And I mean, this is a perfect place to use it, because there's just so many choke points for the enemy to abuse and push on. So I think because this is a 4v4, there's going to be a lot more strategy involved in this battle, instead of just one person trying to push his way forward. I think by the looks of it, we have two Dwarven armies making their way down this left side, this left passage held by the Khorne warriors, and they're going to be trying to harass these guys and get around the flank of the forces. Because remember, this is very much a fight against time for the Dwarves. They have to try and take the city center before that demon Chaos army comes into the battle, because as soon as that bad boy comes in, it's over for the Dwarves. They're going to get overwhelmed by the huge amount of demons coming out of the abyss. Unless they do something spectacular in the city, then it's going to be a hard fight for them. And I personally don't think they're going to be able to do something spectacular, because the Chaos Dwarves themselves are pretty OP. So it's going to be very hard for them even to take the city center, let alone worrying about the demon army, which is on their way. So the Slayer Pirates are going to be falling back as these Immortals? The Infernal Guards, sorry, make their way forward and charge into the heavy infantry of the Dwarfs as they push on. The Dowie, I should call them, the Longbeards, making their way up, and the fighting is going to kick off right here. If we look on the left flank, we can see that the Dwarfs are really focusing a lot of their forces down here as they push up these Thunderers forward. I think these are like armored Thunderers. These are charge breakers. Nice. So I guess they're like Longbeards, but with guns? That's pretty insane. They might be walking into a trap here, as we have a Warrior of Khorne Great Weapon unit right here. And these guys could easily charge out right now and just hit these gunners. And that would not be too good for the Dwarven forces. They have to be very careful. But it does look like they are pushing around this flank. They want to try and envelop the forces inside the city as soon as they can. I think this is a very smart move. It could also have been a good idea to send some forces down this side as well to surround them. Oh, look, the trap has almost been sprung. I'm not sure what these charge breakers are doing. They're going to be stopping here, forming up and getting their shots off. I imagine they have like heavy blunderbusses right now, and they're going to be doing lots of damage. But not really, actually. The HP is barely dropping from these guys, and these Warriors of Chaos are going to be charging onto the lines right now. The Elder Guard are moving up. The Elder Warriors are now charging against the Chaos Warriors, as we have an Exalted Champion of Khorne out here as well, as the Elders push forward and hit the main lines of the Khorne Warriors. And I think the Dowie should send as many forces as they can, which is exactly what we're doing. We've got an entire army coming this way, getting ready to overwhelm these Warriors of Khorne out here. And they're going to have to send more soldiers out here to stop these Elders from breaking forward, because I imagine they're going to be extremely strong, and the charge breakers are just falling back. If they can get them around the flank as well, that'd be really good to get some side shots off into the Warriors of Khorne. And I imagine the enemy are going to be sending more soldiers. That's exactly what they're doing. We have a unit. Oh, we have a lot of the Knights right now. Yeah, this is going to be very hard for the Dowie to deal with, having these Knights of Khorne being pushed out in the actual engagement itself. If we go back to the main line, we can see that the Dowie are trying their best to deal as all the artillery. Look at the Goblobbers, the Night Goblins just go off again hitting this artillery piece. But it looks like the mortar's going to run out of ammunition though by the time it comes in. And I mean, it's already causing so much damage to the lines. Like, look at the death. Oh my god, so many dead dwarfs here. That is just insane. This is just ripped apart so many Longbeard units, that mortar. How many kills is it on? How many goddamn kills is it on? It is actually getting low. It's already on 800 kills. That is insane. Just as the battle starts, as we have some of the slave ogres from the Chaos Dwarfs being pushed up, and just to try and again start this advance. That's all the enemy have to do, is when they defend this fortress, all they have to do is just slot the enemy forces. And if they can slow them up, then that demon army will turn up and just win the day for them. I still can't believe though that mortar has 800 kills. I guess it needs to be nerfed, but I imagine that's correct to the lore. Like, I can guess that weapon's really OP in the lore, and that's what the mod creator wants to get across. But I think for balancing purposes, it needs to be turned down just a little bit, because unless you're going to give all the factions OP as fuck stuff, you know, it kind of just really unbalances it. And that's why they did stick a max 1 mortar per Chaos Dwarf army, was because of that, because that's 800 kills is disgusting. I think the slave ogres are going to be getting pushed back into the city, and the enemy forces are going to be able to, or the dwarven forces are going to be allowed to push forward now and break upon this. And if they can open up this battle, start attacking through both these flanks, then that's going to really help them out. I think when the demon army is allowed to move around about 15 minutes into the replay, so make sure to keep an eye on that. Have the horses managed to come out yet? Where are the... No, they haven't. They're just kind of... I think they're trying to lay an ambush here by hiding these knights in the forest. That's a smart move. They're kind of giving up this position right here, allowing the Khorne warriors to get pushed back, to then allow them to really strike an ambush when the Dawi do push up here, because I don't think they have enough forces to really hold this against the amount of men that the dwarfs are sending in. Yeah, there's no way Chaos could hold against all of this, so I think it's a very smart move that the Chaos are kind of just trying to plan one step ahead of the dwarfs by sticking back some horses in here and waiting for them to come up here, and then maybe getting some really nice charges off on the enemy forces. Now remember, they do still have a mighty horde here. They have a lot of Chaos Dwarfs just sitting here, ready to be committed to the fight. Lots of these long shots, these immortals. Again, the immortals look great, along with these Infernal Ironsworn as well. It's just such a sick name, Infernal Ironsworn. You know they're going to be a force to be reckoned with when you hear that. Also, I really enjoy this map, just having all these dwarfs just being soaked into it. Oh, the Iron Breakers. Is that Iron Breakers being moved up? It must be. The Iron Breakers are being pushed up along with the Black Orc slaves, and we also have one of the destroyers. Oh no, I think it's the miners actually throwing out them satchel charges. Yeah, it is the miners throwing out the satchel charges. That's going to be doing lots of damage and definitely being worth for them. The artillery fire has it. Yeah, I think it's 10 minutes to take out the mortar. So now they're going to be focusing down more of the Chaos Dwarf army units back here as they shoot the Night Goblins into these ranks. And again, that's great. If the Dawi can use their artillery effectively to weaken the back ranks, they can really push forward. The entire bridge fight is just going in right now. This is such an awesome looking map. It's stuff like this why I just love Total War. Like, this is what I imagined Warhammer to be like when we started. Just huge battles up here. You know, when it first came out, we've got an entire army moving down this left flank. We have an army down here ready to defend. Like, there's stuff like this is what really kind of made me hyped for Warhammer. I'm so happy we finally got to that point where we can watch battles like this just happen. And if you guys want to see more battles like this, then make sure to drop a like and a comment down below. You know, the more of you guys who enjoy this battle and show love by dropping likes, dropping comments, the people who actually play these battles on my Discord will be much more likely to carry on doing more of these. So, as I said, you know, if you enjoy this and want to see more, leave nice comments. You know, say, guys, I want to see more of these battles in the comments so they can see that. And they'll be able to send me in more interesting battles and also become a part of these battles by actually joining my Discord channel. We have some of the artillery back here. They're shooting out their rockets right now, and they're going to be finding their targets. But I think a lot of the Dwarven army is still yet to come. Like, even though they lost so many soldiers in that mortar right there, I think they're doing an okay job at minimizing casualties right now. Because obviously they had a large advantage in manpower. I mean, they still outnumber them by around about 1,500 men. So they still very much have that advantage. But again, it's just that race against time of if they can hold back the enemy forces. We have a Chaos Dwarf siege tank right here, the Iron Demon War Engine. That seems insane, as it's just glowing with an aura. As we have Grombadel here fighting it himself. I'm sure he's going to be doing plenty of armor piercing with his deadly onslaught. He also is supported by some Longbeard units and some more of the Regiment of Renowned miners. The rest of the Dwarven army is coming across the bridge now to re-support their infantry, and I think they're in a very, very good situation right now, because a lot of these guys don't have to worry about that Deathquake missile, the mortar anymore. Again, you can see the devastation it left in its wake right now. Just so many dead Dowie. Before they even managed to get to the front lines, they were just getting hammered by the enemy forces. We've got the organ guns being pushed up, the Longbeards and the hammers making their way to the front lines. I also like how there's like a gate been destroyed here as well. Like the gate has been smashed back. That'd be cool if the Dowie actually had to hit this gate down themselves and the Chaos Dwarfs could get their soldiers up on the flanks. That'd be really, really cool. But there's still so, oh my god, look at the dead! There is so many from that mortar. But the Dowie still have so many men left to push into the engagement, and they're just slowly funneling their way through. Oh, the Chaos Dwarf, the Chaos Forces are now jumping down onto the gunners. This is really smart by them, hitting these gunners whilst they're weak and pushing up the rest of the Warriors of Khorne as well, just to try and hold the elders in line so that the cavalry can just rip apart them charge breakers. And that's going to be very, very cost efficient for the horsemen right now, because the Dowie just won't be able to deal with them, and they're just killing so many of these Thunderers, which is so important at killing the larger units that the Chaos have. You know, if the Dwarfs want to try to hold the city center, they're going to need to have a lot of these missiles, because I imagine how what's going to go down is that these guys are going to hold the city center, and then they're going to have to hold it from the Demons of Chaos as they turn up, and they just have to try and, you know, just push them back and keep them at bay for as long as possible. So having these gunners here and having these slayers is really important. But another perfect charge off on the slayers right now. Yeah, look how many slayers are just being sent flying. This is really nice maneuvering from the Khorne cavalry, and maybe a bit sloppy from the Dwarven players, not protecting these guys admirably, like enough, because, you know, they're losing a lot of dwarfs right now, which could be spent killing a lot of the creatures which are going to be coming their way very, very soon. Yeah, I think the Demons of Chaos can move in about 10 minutes, so these dwarfs need to get a kind of move on right now. They can definitely push on, because a lot of the Chaos Dwarf army is elsewhere right now. You know, a lot of the Chaos Dwarf army is round this right flank, so if the dwarfs can sneak round this left side, break their way across here, they can, you know, engage that right flank with some infantry, but also just try and take the city center. They really need to push forward all their forces they have at their disposal forward right now, and not really worry about this Chaos Dwarf army anymore. I mean, this Demon army, which obviously this army is safeguarding forward for. I think they just need to commit everything they have, which is exactly what they are doing, and just break through this gap. Again, creatures like this are doing a great job. This Destroyer and this Bull Centaur are holding up a large amount of the Chaos Dwarf army, or the Chaos army. And look at that! That flaming spell coming in. Look how much damage that is doing. I imagine that's a custom spell for the Chaos Dwarfs maybe, but look how much damage that thing just did. That ripped apart their lines, and that's just kind of thinning out the Dwarven roster right now. They need to continue pushing on. They do have some quarrelers up here to help kind of harass the back lines as more of the Black Orc slaves and these long shots make their way forward. But again, I think the Dowie just need to kind of hurry up and they just have to kind of just charge forward. Because as I mentioned, when that army does turn up, it's not going to be going well for them. I think they are doing a great job at killing these Khorne warriors. So I think this rear army is going to be able to come up now. But I definitely believe that was a beautiful ambush set by the Knights of Khorne there. These guys are going to be able to push up and start harassing the back lines, which is going to be good. That's going to buy them a lot of time and almost pin in this Chaos Dwarf army, allowing whatever Dwarven army moves around this right side to really get in and start challenging for that city center. This siege tank needs to go down, and they also need to take care of this artillery as well. That Destroyer is just still holding firm. This Destroyer needs to die as soon as possible, because it's currently blocking up a large portion of the Dowie force. Yeah, all of this army just needs to get pushed in right now and charge forward. Because as you guys know, there is no way these guys are holding firm when the Demon army does turn up. A lot of these hammers are being sent back along with the Grudge Thrower crew. That's a bit brutal, sending the Grudge crew up. Oh, we've got a Dragon Slayer right here. That's a really cool unit. There's just 4 of them. Oh, that is sick. I love the Glory mob. They definitely add in some interesting units. The Dragon Slayers, I imagine, are just amazing at anti-large. Armor-piercing, anti-large, scale skin, so they're really strong. Yeah, these guys will be great against the larger units. They need to get them against the Destroyer unit back here. Do we have another unit? No, we just have Longbeards with great weapons. These guys are going to be dueling the long shots, killing them. But a lot of these Dragon Slayers are taking a ton of damage right now. Yeah, look at that. They're getting hit down, and they've got more men coming their way. If these guns can get a good volley off of them, that'll be pretty scary. The Dwarven forces are making their way up the rear passage right now. Hey, don't take that out of context, okay? Yeah, they're coming up the backwards passage. God, I'm just digging myself into a deeper hole right now, as we have one lone immortal coming forward, hitting the Thunderers. I think he's routing right now, and it's not going to cause the Dwarfs any issues. But now these guys can start making their way up. They need to quickly hurry, though. Hurry as fast as they can. And I think this Dwarven force needs to make their way around this left side as quickly as possible. Again, there's 17 minutes left, so there is still plenty of time. But it's just when that army does turn up. Now, I think this is when the Dwarfs realize they might not be able to harass the actual city center and get there in time, so they want to kind of send out a preemptive assault on the demon forces. So that's when I think one of the armies is going to start making its way to attack the warriors, the demons of chaos, sorry, and this army is going to start moving. I think they're sending out some of their Slayer pirates right now, but this is going to like kickstart the demon army to start pushing forward. And the dwarves, as you guys can see, are still very a long way away from the main ranks. Oh, the Bloodthirster right here. Some really nice artwork here on the Chaos Army. This is the Chaos Divided mod. These blood letters of Khorne as well look sick. So I think the Dwarves have decided to push forward and just try and harass these guys as best they can. But without a lot of support, it's just going to be a long time. I mean, it's a smart move because, you know, I think they're about to fire in a minute's time. So if they can just slow up the enemy forces and push forward, then that's going to kind of keep them busy fighting these guys, whereas the other Dwarven units can start pushing round. I think a lot of these guys are they falling back? No, a lot of them are retreating. Look at the death as well over here. That is brutal. We have a lot of Dwarven forces though fighting. We have the Dragon Slayers along with Belagar as well fighting against the Infernal Guard. But he's just so ill supported right now. The Quarrelers are getting great amounts of damage done on the back lines on these long shots and stuff like that. Oh god, yeah, that's not going to be good. These guys need to be a lot more supported right now. And I think you can see more reinforcements on their way. But these Elder Warriors are just going to be getting ripped apart from the Manticore Knights. Oh, the demons have been unleashed. And I am not feeling confident that the Dwarfs have this in the bag. Oh, this dragon. Look how big this Chaos Dragon is as well. This is the first Chaos Dragon right now. Holy crap. He is huge. The Elder Warriors are going to be getting slaughtered. It's two-headed as well. That is awesome. And I love the way they've enlarged it as well, just to make it look huge. This is definitely a dragon to be reckoned with. Yeah, they're going to be ripping apart the forces here. However, I think they are still going to be... Oh no, we've got more dwarfs coming their way, yeah. They're sending a large portion of these forces just to try and slow these guys up. Because if they can slow them up, maybe the other forces, you know, this rear force right here can win the day. But again, I just feel like these guys are moving way too slow. There's only 15 minutes left in the battle. So these guys need to hurry the hell up and just start pushing forward as fast as they can. Because these guys are only going to be able to hold for so long. Granted, they do have plenty of reinforcements coming up. But yeah, these forces just need to charge forward and try and break the ranks of the forces. Because, you know, they're not even at the city center yet. They are still kind of committing more soldiers up. I think they spent a lot of time getting their artillery up here. But it's only going to be a matter of time until they just completely run out of time. And the Chaos Dwarf army is just there smashing them along with the Demon army. I mean, I think this is their biggest bet right now. Pushing up these forces, breaking upon these statues, and destroying the ranks of the enemy. I mean, the Demon army is just unleashing its pure ferociousness right now. The Ironbreakers are turning up though. With enough Slayers, maybe these Dwarfs can push these guys back. But I think with the Manticore Knights and this huge dragon as well. I actually love this dragon. It's so awesome. I feel like they've scaled it really nicely to make it just look so much bigger than the normal ones. Do we have some artillery coming in as well? Oh my god, they're committing a lot. Yeah, we do have some artillery shooting in. Yeah, we have a cannon. Yeah, we have a cannon coming in. So the dwarfs are really doubling down on this strategy just to try and wipe out this Chaos Demon army whilst they can. And they believe that I guess their forces are strong enough to break this Chaos Dwarf army inside. Man, I get... Oh my god, look at this thing go! Holy crap, this dragon is insane! Did you see that? It just drifted across the battlefield, killing dwarfs left, right, and center with the Manticore Knights at its side. This is a ferocious beast, and it's going to take a lot more than just these forces to pin it down. The dwarfs need to commit these soldiers into this engagement right now and slow them down. The rest of the dwarfs have now pushed up their forces. They are about to get a corn sandwich right now. A chaos sandwich is going to come in and hit these guys. That does, however, open up the flank for the rest of these dwarfs to make their way through and actually hit the warriors of Khorne in their side. They've kind of almost surrounded these dwarfs right here, which is awesome to see the elders just getting completely surrounded and fighting hard. It's a really nice map as well, like a really nice map. More of the elders being pushed up. The elders are going to be the strong forces of the dwarfs right now. And for if the last battle, the last engagement is anything to go by, the elders can definitely hold their own against these Khorne warriors like pretty effectively. Again, I'm just so scared of... Yeah, you can see this demon army is just destroying the world. The Chaos Dragon has just turned up and just ripped apart this cannon in seconds. Now, there's a lot of Slayers here. There's Dragonback Slayers. We've got normal Slayers. And they're going to be able to do a lot to these guys. They've got Dwarven Warriors with great weapons. We have a Dragon Slayer here as well, who's charging in. So if these, yeah, there's a large Slayer army here. So maybe they can kind of just turn this battle on its side. But look at the damage these guys are doing. They need a lot of Thunderers or something to take out this first Chaos Dragon. We've got Grumbadil charging in. He's on no HP, and yet he is charging in like a true dwarf should right now. I imagine he's going to die very soon. A lot of these Dwarven Warriors with great weapons are coming in. The Bloodletters are just tearing apart the Dragonback Slayers. This is a horrific battle right now. I love how this battle is so split up into 3 parts. How's the Dwarven army doing in the center right now? They're still really struggling. Really, really struggling. They're bringing up their organ guns, which is good. These organ guns and these grudge throwers will do loads, but they just need to commit their forces. You know, time is of the essence. I just don't know if they're moving fast enough right now. How are the forces back here? I imagine they can definitely start cutting down these Khorne warriors here. That's exactly what they're doing. The elders are getting stuck in. But I don't understand why the dwarfs aren't just sending more men around the side here. Oh, that's a huge explosion there, killing loads of these chaos warriors. Is this friendly or is this Chaos Dwarf? I'm not sure what side this is coming on. I can't really see a lot of the artillery coming in. I think the main line as well is going to be harassing they're finally getting stuck in with these Dragon Slayers. If anything, maybe all these Slayers should go get committed down here. Because they are doing a lot of damage. The dwarfs are doing a lot of damage to these lines. But these Gore Beasts are about to turn up. And that's going to be it for the Slayers now. As strong as these guys are, there's just so many Gore Beasts. And this dragon is just a mighty foe. Granted, they have got it kind of low, but just not low enough right now. A lot of these Bloodletters, yeah, they've definitely done a huge amount of damage to this Chaos army. But it's just not enough, I don't think. They still have the Siege Engineers getting killed by the Bloodthirster right now. And then the Bloodletters are going to be overwhelming it, getting the killing blow. We also have one unit of Dwarven Warriors with great weapons who are hiding away from the rest of the battle. And they're just routing on full HP. Oh, they deserve to die. The grudges will be set on their heads. These guys are going to have to become Slayers, running away from battle. They should be embracing death, not fleeing from it. Yeah, and the last Chaos armies are just pursuing them. So this is going to be very dangerous. If the Dwarven armies don't get a move along, they are going to be getting overwhelmed from every single side. Now, the fact that the organ guns are up are huge. These organ guns are going to be able to rip apart so much of the infantry from the Chaos Dwarves, and along with these grudge throwers as well. They're going to be able to do so much damage to these ranks and really whittle their numbers down. Because if we look at it, the Dwarves and the other Khorne units really don't have much left. If these dwarfs on this side can just muscle their way forward, there's a lot of units here just to push up. And again, remember, they only have to hold this city center for 5 minutes, so, and there's not many units up here. There's what, like 4 or 5 units, so if they can break these guys and push forward, then that's just going to mean so much. Oh, one of the generals died. Oh, one of the Chaos generals died. That's great news for the dwarfs. So I still think this battle could go either way. It just really depends. Oh, they got a fallback position here. Oh no, this is Chaos, yeah. It just depends if these guys can get stuck in. And granted, they are extremely low as well. So if these guys go down, that's not going to be too bad. We obviously have a cannon set up here as well. Hopefully they can get at least like 1 shot off before this Chaos Dragon just descends upon them. No, I don't think they did. They got a few shots off actually, but that's not going to be enough. I'm just going to rip them apart. God, look at the bodies just piling up right now. That is absolutely crazy, the amount of dead bodies. The dwarves are still fighting hard. And again, like this, I honestly think the dwarves might still stand a chance right now. They just need this army to break forward. They just need to use their weight of numbers and just run through the gaps. I don't understand why they're not. They actually have a destroyer. One of the Chaos Dwarf units have committed this destroyer back here. But he's being surrounded and killed extremely quickly by a lot of the Dowie bonuses. He has got a lot of spells cast on him as well. He's got the Fire Cloak and the Flaming Sword just to give him some boosts. Well, the dwarves are surrounding him, and yeah, he's going to get the hell out of it because he's so low. These dwarves just need to run. They can engage the back of these forces, come around here and take the city center, because the Demon Army is still a decent distance away right now. Granted, the Chaos Dragon is now going to be hitting the artillery in the back, and I don't think there's a lot of creatures for these guys to send now. There's no really Slayers left. The horns are going off as this artillery crew cries for more support. They just need like 1 or 2 more Slayers and some Thunderers to take these guys out. And they just need this army to push. Come on, guys. I am rooting for you, dwarfs. Make your advance. The destroyer has gone down though now, so you guys can make their way forward. I think they are fighting some more Chaos Warriors still. Yeah, they're just being slowed up, and I think that's what a great thing that the Chaos armies have done this battle, is they've slowed the enemy up pretty effectively. Just allowing that Demon Army to move in, because the Demon Army got 15,000 gold more than everyone else. So that really gave them an advantage. Once that army turned up, it's going to be hard. And I guess they're just not pushing hard enough. I guess, I mean, maybe, yeah, they're getting reinforced now. I think the Dowie have definitely lost this, as we get to see these Skull Hunters in combat. These are awesome looking units. And I imagine they're going to be pushing. Do we have like a Chaos Dwarf Thane here? Ready to lead them. Have they pushed off all their force? No, they still got a decent strength force here, as the rest of the enemy are coming in now. Yeah, all of these Manticore units, and along with these guys right here. Oh yeah, this is also another unit, the Fireborn. Look how amazing these Fireborn look. They're just like floating right now. That is a sick looking unit right there. As that ogre just gets in my way. But yeah, they look amazing. This is something I actually forgot to show you guys at the beginning. I saw it and I was like, wow, that's sick. Yeah, the rest of the forces are coming around now. The Dowie are trying to push up this hill. They just don't have enough left. And yeah, this is going to be the last stand of Ungrim. I don't think he's going to be able to reclaim the lost city. We've got Fane moving up though. I think these dwarves are still going to go down pretty bravely. We have a Bull Centaur making his way to the engagement. And I imagine we'll be seeing the Chaos Dragon approaching very, very soon. I mean, the dwarves just weren't fast enough. Oh my god, that was insane. That was brutal as he rips past the lines. The Slayers will be able to do okay. Oh yeah, I want to see what the Skull Collectors? Or what was it? The Skull Hunters, sorry. How many skulls they'll be able to collect from the Dowie as Ungrim just gets stuck in. We also have the Slave Ogres as well. Ungrim, I love how good Ungrim. Ungrim, I think, is one of my favourite legendary lords. He's just such a beast. Oh my god. Whoa, the Bloodletter is this a Bloodletter, right? Or is this a Bloodthirster, sorry. This thing, we finally get to see this thing in proper action right now. I imagine the Chaos Dragon will be joining alongside it very, very soon. The Elders are pushing up, but this Bloodthirster and the Bull Centaur are just having a field day right now. Holy crap, look at the damage that thing inflicts on the Dowie lines. They're going to be extremely hard pressed to take this army down. Oh my god. The rest of the Immortals and the Iron Guard as well are forming up. Yeah, the Immortals are coming, and I think they're going to be getting surrounded. If that Chaos Dragon as well could hit the back of the ranks. Yeah, we can see a lot of the Dwarven ranks units are just routing now. Obviously, Ungrim will fight to the end, though, which is kind of cool. But we also have, oh no, these guys, they're not going to let any Dwarfs charge forward. And this looks like it's going to be a failed crusade for the Dwarfs. But a really, really cool scenario set up for all my Discord. So massive thank you to the guys over there who have set this battle up. I really, really do appreciate it. Creating these epic looking battles. I mean, it's not so often you get to see 4v4s on YouTube. Because normally they're just really, really messy and they just don't really work. So, you know, if you guys enjoyed this and want to see more battles like this, then do let me know. And we're just going to spend the last 3 minutes watching Ungrim's last stand. I mean, if you've made it this far, you might as well stick around to the end, because we're going to be running through and seeing how many kills everyone got. Because I'm really excited to see, 1, how many kills that Mortar got in the end, and 2, how many kills that Chaos Dragon got, because it seemed just to do so much work. Yeah, but Dowie really didn't even get like into the city at all. Oh, here we go. He's just descending upon all of these routing units right now. Oh my god, he's ripping apart. None of these guys are going to escape. Yeah, a grudge has been set today, that is for sure. As the rest of these dwarfs just get surrounded and killed. This Bloodthirster is insane. As long as the Bull Centaur and the Skull Crushers as well. What can men do against such reckless hate? And oh, the Fireborn are coming in now. They're so sick. Look at them go. That's a really, really cool looking unit. I love how the modder has made these units. Because again, if you guys don't know, in Warhammer, you can't import any of your own new assets. You have to use everything which is pre-existing in the game itself. Oh, the Bloodthirster actually killed a few of their own units by the looks of it there. So yeah, you can't import any new assets. So you have to use all the pre-existing ones, meaning that all these units you're seeing right now have just been created from other assets in the game. So they've kind of taken a bit from one faction, a bit from another faction, and kind of combined them together, which is just awesome to see. The Warhammer modding community is amazing, and I really hope Creative Assembly continue to support it, because they've done some amazing stuff. Where is Ungrim? It's hard to find where Ungrim is, because all of these dwarfs look like him. But he is obviously going to be fighting to the death. Okay, he's right here. He's got a minute left of him holding firm. Wait, where is he? Is he running? No, he's still there. Yeah, Ungrim is right here. We will spend the last 55 seconds of this battle watching Ungrim and his famous last stand, as he's just getting trampled by so many Chaos Dwarf units. Again, just getting ripped apart by the Fireborn. The Bloodletters are finally making their way forward. The Knights are moving up as well, just to surround him. Oh, he is being slain today. I guess at least he has fulfilled his oath as a Slayer, though, for his final move as the Bull Centaur just comes in. I imagine it's going to be inflicting the last killing blow to him. The rest of the Bloodletters are making their way in. R.I.P. There we go, the last 4 seconds. And there we go, Ungrim has gone down and been slain. So the Dwarfs, I don't think ever really stand a chance in this battle. They really did try to push forward, but just couldn't get stuck in hard enough. So let's look at the kills and we'll see who really racked up the most kills. The Demon Army, as expected, like we wanted this army to be really OP, and that's exactly what you can see the Chaos Dragon almost getting 400 kills. Wow. And a lot of these Bloodletters as well getting over 100, which is very, very nice. And a Bloodburster as well getting 150. That's what this Demon Army was all about. We were supposed to turn up and just slaughter everyone, which was very, very cool. Then we have one of the Chaos Dwarf armies. We can see that some of the long shots doing pretty well. The Deathquake Mortar getting almost 500 kills, and the Destroyer getting 130. So very nice there. We look at Squeeze, and we can see that his mortar got 800 kills. I think going forward that I think we need to try to balance these guys. Like we need to put the price up of these mortars, because that's insane. Together, both these mortars got over 1,300 kills. Like, that is just insane, or close to 1,300 kills, which is just disgusting when you think about how many dwarfs that actually is. You know, that's an entire army they pretty much wiped out, which is just ridiculous right there. And then when we look at Bloody Hounds as well, we can see that his force doing pretty admirably right there, with the Warriors getting almost 100 kills on a few of these guys, and the Knights as well. I really like the way he set up that ambush right there. And then obviously he had his Warriors of Khorne with great weapons getting the most kills for him. We look at the Dwarves, we can see that Belagar getting 22 kills, but again, a lot of these guys just died before they could even really get stuck in to the lines. This Dwarven army doing pretty well actually. The Grudge Thrower getting 147 kills, which is nice, and Ungrim getting 36 kills, as always awesome. This Dwarven army, again, just a lot of these dwarves dying before they can even get stuck in, which was a real shame for them. And this final army, you know, a lot of the Elder Warriors doing amazing here. This was the kind of the meat of the Dwarven army. These guys getting 140 kills, these guys getting 120, and these Dragon Slayers getting 115. Very, very nice. And this Ungrim getting 41 kills. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this battle. If you've made it to this point, please make sure to drop a like and a comment down below. I really, really do appreciate all the support you guys have been giving this channel recently, and I'm just really, really humbled by it. So thank you guys so much. Hopefully I can continue to make more of these battles going forward, and do please give me ideas for scenarios and for what armies you want to see fight each other, what mods you want me to use. Just put them down in the comments, because people who play these battles on Discord can go and check it out as well and send it in, and obviously join the Discord as well if you haven't already. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and fish out.